Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the UTSA Roadrunners and the Pennstate Nittany Lions. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with Coach Traylor before the game. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. We'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Nittany Lions headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside, it's Henderson. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
To the air on second down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but, man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big third down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here's a give to Peoples. Got enough for the first. Maybe a crease. Bulldozes his way through. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to...
And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Makes the... Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. At the 40, there he goes.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on 1st down. Playing the pass, now forcing a 2nd down. You want to force the field goal here. Obviously the bad field position, but the defense responds.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Crosses the 45. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And it's the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. and to get rid of it quickly. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick it.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, UTSA.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They just cut into this deficit, and now they're trying to get the ball back early with an onside kick. Ball skips out of bounds, penalty flag flies, and the onside kick is unsuccessful.
Let's go.
Looking for room, it's Martin. Makes it past the marker. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Into the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. The run inside. It's Henderson. He's up to 55 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy.
That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Still running. Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Penn State. The defense putting points on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the quarterback led his target too much on that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
Trying to get behind the defense. It's caught. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Roadrunners come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little...
Touchdown, Roadrunners! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Penn State will spend its second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. They're wasting no time trying to get the ball back. They're going to go for an early onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Ready. Red 54, go.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got it. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
A shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Might be looking to run. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. The Roadrunners moving quickly to the line. It'll be a run on third and short. Smashes ahead. There he goes. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
And it's the Roadrunners. Will line it up on 1st and 10. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Roadrunners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Using his feet. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
Lets it go to the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Splits the uprights. Good. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no one can get a handle on it. Ball goes out of bounds on the onside kick attempt. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground, and so naturally you think be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
On 4th down, going to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down. Stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Snags it and there's running room. Big pick up on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Looking to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Back to pass on second down. Fires it. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Booster, booster. Return. Go.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
That's caught. It's Anderson. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Fires to the right. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they're inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
Wants to keep it in the air. Moving out of the pocket. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They needed a bunch on fourth down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like fourth and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
Makes the catch. It's Henderson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Roadrunners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Going to the run, it's Henderson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Second down, he'll throw it. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24.
35, UTSA, 24. Number 20, set to kick it away.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Right. Go.
Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Booster. Go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Being chased. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Quarterback keeper. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game. You have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right on the money. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Throwing right. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running inside. It's Henderson. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with a look at Louisiana going up against Appalachian State. And it's the Ragin' Cajuns in the throes of what is right now a major upset. It's early, I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but this team believes and they could just pull this off.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They'll run for it. It's Peoples. Breaks the tackle. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got his man to the left. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag.
Here we go, ready. 129.
Might be calling a hot route.
Q. Bubba, right. Go.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going downfield for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working, and here we are.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hums it downfield. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Offense in an empty set. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to fire to the left. Got it down the field. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
UTSA.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that.
Finding some room. Picks up the 1st down. The 40. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Penn State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Looking to the big tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Anderson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Complete out of the backfield. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. On 4th down, looking to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves in.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here's a heat. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Oh, it's picked off. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense...
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
And it's the Roadrunners. Want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to people. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Rushes on him. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The snap sets up the throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Dumps it to the back. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Penn State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And maybe the way things are unfolding, we are set up for a classic finish as we get underway here in the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Henderson. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up. They go right back to him. Crosses the 40. Got a little grass. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Roadrunners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the third down pass is incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Snags it at the 30, still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. From the 30-yard line on first down.
Sweep, sweep. Over. Ready, go.
Wants to throw it again. He unleashes a long one. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the punishment has been extended. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. There's a crease. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UTSA! UTSA. That's his third touchdown of the game, and now 18 on the season.
This offense has needed some kind of a big play, man. Something to get them going, to hang their hat on. They're trailing in this game. Palmer, is this it? Can they get...
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Might be changing the route. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man. It's Henderson. Turning it on. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep.
Lofts one high and deep. He's got it down the field. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They'll go to the air. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the play fake. Quarterback adapting. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback, get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners! Fitted in the window for the score.
When you're in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
Handoff for Peoples. Inside the 30.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Handoff, Peoples running left. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. This is a designed run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.